see. Hopefully we'll be appearing soon. Yes, we are. We are live. Hopefully we'll be appearing soon. Yes, we are. And I need to mute myself so you don't hear echoes. Oh my God, it's chaos. There we go. We were in a terrible loop. So hello, everyone. If anyone is watching yet, if you are watching, go ahead and type in chat who you are and where you're watching from. We're going to start the actual show in a few minutes, but I'm just going to hang out and let people come in. Since we just started the stream, people are probably watching an ad, and I want to give people time to trickle in and let us know that they're watching, so we know we're doing a show for someone and not just for ourselves, which we will happily do. But I'd rather have some people watching and that we can interact with. So yeah, so please let us know if you are. If you're there, you're watching. Where are you watching from, Gonzalez? I know who that is. That's Adrian. You're watching from Austin. Yeah, so far the viewers has not updated, so I do not know how many people are actually watching, but hopefully it will update soon. My name's Cariel, for anyone who's watching who does not know me. I operate out of the Hideout Theater in Austin for the most part. And so do the other improvisers that will be appearing soon. There are other people. This is not just a solo show of me talking at the camera, but we're just gonna hang out for a couple of minutes. And what you're gonna see today is a little meeting of some minor deities and talking about their lives, their immortal lives, their semi-mortal lives. I don't know what they are. I don't even know who they are yet. We're going to see who shows up to the meeting of the immortals today. So far, I do not see any other viewers besides Adrian so far. So if you are in chat besides Adrian, please chime in. Adrian, how's your day been going? Adrian and I played a really fun D&D game last night, and we had such a good time. And I'm looking forward to more games with that guy because he's really fucking funny. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our show. So tonight we'll be playing with Ashley Park, Molly Kirby, and Bree Dietz. They are amazing, wonderful improvisers, and they're going to be embodying some deities. And so we're going to get to see a little meeting of these deities in a few minutes. Yeah, I guess when my camera goes off, we will see them.
Oh my God, is this hey, you, am I in the right place here?
Of course you are, darling. It's me, Vivian Drake. As you know, I am the deity of evil stepmoms. I am so beautiful, so evil, so sexy.
Oh yeah, you are. You are. Oh my gosh, I've heard of you. Yeah, I'm Metropolita. I'm the goddess of the inner city.
I feel like I caught Metropolita last year.
Oh my God, you made a joke about an STD. You know, STDs are rampant in the sewers and in the, you know, in the subway especially. You know, you can go down there and get one anytime.
And in all my ex-husbands, of course. Welcome. This is our support group. I know you're new to the group, but we'll show you around. Make sure you don't tip your waiters.
Oh, you know, tell you what we do that happens, and we do this all the time. It's called the dine and dash. Oh. And you go in, yeah. Do you not know about this? It's amazing. No, you go in.
I only dine and dash on my husband's.
Well, you know, this way you go in and you get the restaurant, you get a 4-course meal, and then you tell your waiter you want dessert, and while you're waiting, you just bust out the door, and then you don't have to pay. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Should have done that to all these brats. Now, you may recognize me. I am a New York best-selling author. My book, I Got Rid of Those Brats, and So Can You, reached #1, and followed up with my second novel, It's Not a Crime to Be Young, Evil, and Beautiful.
Oh, you know what? I bet, you know, you could be arrested for that where I'm from. I tell you what, you know, they're very indiscriminate on who they arrest. You know, sometimes you're just walking down the street and you grab somebody's purse off of them, and then they think that's a crime.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
Oh my gosh. Are you familiar with my finest work?
Oh my, your finest work?
My finest work. Yeah. You know, have you ever seen The Parent Trap?
You know what? The Haley Mills or the Lindsay Lohan version?
Oh, we're talking Lindsay Lohan. Just to paint the picture, you know, when I was brought into this case, we started off with these sweet children right here. You know, this was a perfect use case.
Yeah.
But after I was done, I gave you that.
Oh my God. Oh my, nothing ever came from being a blonde, no offense to you. All right. Like, I'm not sure that yours is natural. It couldn't possibly be looking at you. You know, you can see that there's a really strong hints of the, what do you say, the bleach, you know.
You may not know this about me, but every time a stepchild cries, I get an extension. So, okay.
Oh my gosh, your hair must be miles long. Oh, you must have to pay out the nose for that. Good look, your nose looks a lot smaller now, though. Am I right? Yeah.
I had a pretty heavy duty Botox session recently, but I am smiling ear to ear. Take it from me.
You must have. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me. Oh, am I in the right place? Is this the Deities support group?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I don't know both of you. In case you don't know me, I'm Crummy. I'm the god of crumbs and pet hair and lint and things that fall on the ground. How's everyone doing?
You know, I think I do know you. You know, we see a lot of you around my parts. I'm a metropolita. I'm the goddess of the inner city.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crumbs there. I hang out there sometimes. You know, got a lot of rat friends over there.
Oh, do you know Jerry?
Oh, Jerry, yeah. Fifth and Broadway, Jerry.
That's right. He's missing one of his front teeth there, but he's the best rat you ever did see, I tell you. Oh, I love having someone in common. It's so nice to meet you finally.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you. Your name's kind of a mouthful, Metropolis. Can I just call you Met?
Cool. You know what? I feel like we're old friends already, so absolutely.
Oh, what a relief.
Oh, that makes me feel like the city, you know, makes me feel like the big museum. You know, let me tell you about the museums. I spent weeks in there trapped, you know, I couldn't find my way out. And, you know, when they close up at night, you know, I just slept there, you know, collecting the coins from the fountains and whatnot. Good stuff.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? It's kind of embarrassing, but
oh yeah.
I've actually never been inside a museum. They sweep up crumbs so fast. It's ridiculous. So I've never been inside one. I'm more, you know, I get into a lot of living rooms, a lot of keyboards. I hung out in a keyboard for 3 days once. Real crummy in there.
Crummy, darling, can you go hang out in one of my stepchildren's bedrooms? I need an excuse to send them to Timbuktu.
Oh yeah. Oh, stepchildren, they're real crummy. They you know, they love Doritos. And so anywhere there's a Dorito, there's me.
I know. It's a travesty, but you know, I know all of the premier boarding school destinations. I mean, Timbuktu is a classic, but you could go send those brats off to anywhere in Arizona. Just as good.
What? Check it! Yeah!
Oh my God, what am I looking at here?
You guys are already here?
Oh, hi, Breezy.
Breezy Bree, we meet again.
Oh, wow. Fancy new glasses. I like them. You know, I've been hanging out in Cancun for 3 weeks now, and I think my eyesight is going because I actually forgot my sunglasses.
Oh my gosh, you're just the vision. Look at you.
I like your mask. Who are you? You're new.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. You know, thank you. You're so nice to ask. I'm Metropolita. You know, I'm from the inner cities, you know, and I like to look over it, you know, from all of the cities. But, you know, I have a couple of favorites, obviously, you know, just like your stepmothers, right? Right there.
Stepmothers are crazy. Well, I'm breezy. I'm inventor of bad cocktails. God of bad cocktails, you might say even.
Oh, no, I might be really familiar with you. Oh,
I think you might have heard of me.
Breezy and I are old friends because bad cocktails and snacks. Mwah!
Yeah, so once a year I come down here to Cancun, hang out for a couple weeks. I mean, they have bad cocktails everywhere, but Cancun's a pretty good place to start. I really like to mix it up. You might have heard of one of my greatest inventions, which was milk and beer together.
Oh,
blowing my mind.
Yes, spring breakers will literally drink anything. This is the latest thing I'm coming up with now. Literally just banana in vodka.
oh, it sounds delicious.
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah.
Does it come in poison form? You know, for my stepkids.
It technically is all poison. I don't know if you know how alcohol works.
You know what?
No, I'm dead in my soul, so I have no idea.
It's fantastic. It's really fantastic. It'll make you feel so good and then slowly kill you on the inside.
You know, we got a bodega that we could have a party in the bodega because we got the poisons, the crumbs, and the booze, and a couple of apples out there on the corner. Oh my God, and a banana.
When I come back, we should definitely all get together and party it up until we black out.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. I'll go into a snack coma.
Ooh, yeah, snacks are really great with all kinds of alcohols, whether you mix beer and milk or you just like put a sausage in some Jägermeister.
Yeah. Sausage and Jägermeister, that sounds amazing. Vivian, I do have a question for you. When you were talking earlier,
Yes.
you're always going on and on about killing your stepkids. First of all, do you really want to do that?
Darling, I'm not killing my stepkids. I'm just killing their souls.
Good. Because if you kill them, won't you be out of a job?
I mean, that's the thing. You know, you got to keep hoodwinking your way up in life. You know, I started off with a Randy Quaid and I moved myself up to a Dennis Quaid, if you know what I'm saying.
No.
I don't.
And let me just chime in here. You know, there was an endless supply, let me tell you, of these stepkids. And if you ever need a place to dump them, we've got the nice river. It's so murky, you can't ever see nothing in the bottom. You know, you just
It sounds like
put a
heaven.
little bit of a
Sounds like
sequence on the
heaven.
seat. Oh, it's so fabulous. You know, I don't know how crumbs work in the water. How would crumbs work in the water there?
I mean, if it's murky, that means it's just full of crumbs. So many crumbs, you can't see the bottom.
So many.
Okay, right then. That's good to know. Yeah.
I feel real at home in a murky body of water where you can't see what's beneath you. That's heaven.
You know, you should come and visit some of my
moves around down there. I'm like, oh, good.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, well, this beach behind me is super clean, but if you go down a couple of blocks and hit up a couple of the hotel pools, Crummy's been in there.
Oh yeah. If you know I'm staying at the hotel, you can't find me. Look in the pool filter. I'm probably just lounging inside the pool filter, just soaking in the breeze.
Yeah, and if you try real carefully and dig down at the bottom, you'll find the staff too.
The what?
Staff.
The staff.
Like the infection you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite infections. You can have that. You know, you can touch the turnstile at the subway station and boom, you got the staph.
Oh yeah. That's probably real exciting in your realm.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah. You know what?
The worst disease I can claim is, Dorito fingers, cheese doodle fingers. I mean, a lot of people suffer from it, but no one suffers that bad.
I beg to differ. That is a crime against humanity.
Oh, there's nothing like eating a messy pile of snacks. If this is my advice to anyone out there who might want to become one of my worshipers, just eat real messy. Just like don't bother trying to get it all in your mouth. Just let it spill out because it makes it taste better.
Well, Now that we're all together finally, what's on our docket? What are we having trouble with as gods? I mean, I know personally my self-defense mechanisms are not working. I've been trying to block unwanted hugs and people just coming at me with these little grubby child hugs. I don't like it.
You know, I understand completely. People are getting a lot cleaner these days. There's more snacks than ever.
Tell me
and more,
about it.
more vacuums and wipes and it's just really cramping my style. Just let it spill on the ground, and then you have it for later. I just picked this off of my own toga.
Well, I'm kind of bored as hell because kids these days will literally try anything. And, you can't really shock them with a drink anymore.
Not even the sausage and Jaeger?
It doesn't shock them. I mean, they're just out there gobbling it up. I mean, these kids are eating Tide Pods these days, for crying out loud.
Well, all right, let me tell you here. I'm going to say, and this is a trick I learned on 53rd and 7th, all right?
Yeah.
The Dorito, and this is for you, Crummy, the Dorito daiquiri. Have you tried the Dorito daiquiri?
No, but I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, you put in there, you put in the Doritos, you put in the tequila, and you put in a little bit of, whatever, surprise me. And then you blend it up with the ice in there in the blender. And you go to town. I tell you, it's just, mwah.
I think I'm in love.
One of the first things I came up with this year, actually.
Thank you, Deity. You are doing God's work. And specifically, you're the God and you're doing your own work.
Doing the work, yeah.
Yeah, but you're doing it. You're not going to get fired anytime soon with that kind of work ethic. Ugh.
I got to tell you, though, I'm a little down.
Oh, yeah? What's going on, Matt?
Thank you for your kindness. It's the spring break and whatnot, and people are, they're fleeing the cities and then going down. I bet they're hanging out with you there, Breezy, or they're or Vivian. You sent them off somewhere. You shipped them off.
I shipped them off to the worst boarding school of all, Mar-a-Lago.
We got a lot of them here too. A lot of kids with daddy issues running around here.
Oh, Vivian, you are so cruel. Mar-a-Lago, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah,
that is cruel. That is low. That is low.
Yeah, that's gosh, I was really kind of feeling sad about the lack of knife fights. But gosh, what with the Mar-a-Lago, I'm like, you got problems I don't want there.
So I just have to wrap my body tighter with all these dead animals.
Vivian, at least just. If there were some more Dorito dust on that fur, I'd be more on board.
I would.
It's so clean. I think this is a good time to acknowledge the elephant in the room. The fact of the matter is that sometimes when one of us gains some worshipers, it means we're taking them away from another person. Another god is suffering. So like when Breezy claims, no offense, Breezy, but when you attract all those people with all those cocktails to spring break, I benefit because of course they are getting stoned. They are eating a lot of snacks. There's crumbs everywhere and they are not cleaning up after themselves. Thank me. But, when other gods are like cleaning up messes or being nice to stepchildren, it's hurting us.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I think it's about time we did something about it. Don't you?
You're absolutely right there, Crummy. You're absolutely right. We need to band together. Mm-hmm. Even though we all have different we all have different backgrounds and whatnot. I think that we need somehow sometimes kind of form some sort of unit or something, that's
the whole point of meetings like this. If we can't improve our own stakes in life, then what are we even doing here?
Yeah, my favorite way to bond, really, is to all get together. And we do like about 3 hours of pre-gaming. Just
I'm on board.
Throw whatever comes out of the fridge down the gullet.
Yeah.
Then go out. We won't remember where we went, but the bonding part comes later when we hold each other's hair back when we're puking.
And marry someone wealthy.
That's a lot later.
Well, no, that's why you always have to be wearing a wedding dress, darling. You always have to be ready to swoop up someone's pop.
Oh, I feel so underdressed. I'm just wearing my crumb-covered toga.
I like it. It fits in great right here.
I mean, I've been
Come down
wearing
and
this since
party.
the Roman ages when I used to preside over the orgies. And I kind of found my stride at that time. And I kind of haven't moved on since. Even though the snacks have changed, I gotta say, I haven't changed all that much.
You know, Crummy, let me tell you, times in the Roman inner cities were very, very different than they are
Oh,
today.
oh
I
yeah.
can tell you that. And, you know, I chose to move along with the times because, you know, I wasn't a big fan of the
I mean,
people peeing in the streets and
there were
what
pros and
what.
cons to that time. I did, one time I stepped out of a chariot and I stepped right into an open sewer. That was
Now
a
open
great time.
sewers.
That was
Oh,
so great. And as soon as they moved the sewers underground, life got a little less fun.
yeah. So yeah, but the thing is, you know, now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, the inner cities really haven't changed that much. They are still peeing in the streets, but now you get a ticket for it.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, you can't
I
win
am
it all.
the youngest goddess here of all of us. I mean, I was born when the Sound of Music came into play. All those Von Trapp kids. Everyone
Are you
thinks
sure you weren't born when all of the when the Sound of Music came out of the caves from the cavemen,
no,
man?
not enough stepchildren out in this world. I mean, I was born from the ghost of Julie. She's still alive, but the ghost of Julie Andrews.
Ghosts exist outside of time. So she's both alive and dead. It's a Schrodinger's cat situation, I think.
But
Breezy's been around probably as long as I have.
Yeah.
Breezy, what was the very first crappy cocktail you made? I don't mean to use the word crappy. First creative cocktail you made.
First creative cocktail was actually not much of a cocktail at all, but humans have been just experimenting with these things since the dawn of man.
They're amazing. They're so creative.
So creative. And so, the first cocktail I really inspired was really just a mix of mud and a couple of sticks and like a healthy fear of the tiger in the bushes.
And what did you call that cocktail? Because they all have creative names.
Yeah, it's called Essence of Man.
Essence of Man.
Yeah, that
the
was
first cocktail ever.
Yeah.
Epic.
But you tire down after a couple of eons. Now I'm like really down to. I mean, what's next? I feel like I'm just bringing out dirty dish towels over here.
I mean, were you responsible for Four Loko?
Of course.
I mean, Breezy's made a lot of money off of a lot of weird shit. She's probably the richest of us.
Darling, I've married up a lot in my day.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, and I spend a lot of my money on shit I don't need. Also birth control.
I envy the lot of you because, every day I got to scrape by. Sometimes you just find something blowing in a bag and you're like, God, I hope this is maybe some Cheetos or something, or maybe, if you're lucky, sometimes you find a hot dog and it's only got one bite out of it and you're like, score. And I'll tell you with the whole birth control thing, sometimes you find the used condoms that don't look like they're too bad. And you're like, yeah. That I just, maybe just give it a little rinse out and then we'll be fine.
They could be multi-use, sure.
Yeah.
Very sad too, because that is a missed opportunity. That is a potential stepchild you could be making miserable. I'm just saying.
And I got to tell you, I think I have helped you a lot, Vivian, because, we've got, these little kids, they're out there, they're in the streets, they're getting into the quarrels. And I tell you, we've made a lot of stepchildren because, they run out into the street, and suddenly, there's no parents. And now they got a new mom and new dad.
Just crying for pepper spray right in their little eyeballs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but we have mugged a lot of people and taken away their parents. A lot of people.
Hey, Matt, tell me, do you have any minks down in that subway? Just running around waiting to die?
All right, let me tell you about the minks. So they're not minks so much as giant rats.
Oh.
But they got some of them, they take care of themselves and they got really good fur. And you can just, if you brush it, and you wash it, then, they are big enough to, to make a nice little, shoulder pads or something like that. I love shoulder pads.
I've been wondering something since I met you. We all know how we get our charge from our worshipers. I get mine whenever someone says, "Oh God, has someone been eating cookies in this bed?" Or, "Oh God, these Doritos are good." I get charged up. I'm like, "Oh yes, they are." Mm-hmm. How do you get your charge from the inner city? Is it just it just feels like a machine in there? How do you get some personal recognition?
I'm gonna tell you, every time I tell you, I get it from so many different places. Every time the subway is delayed, I get that. Every time you see a little kid sitting on the stoop right there in front of the brownstone tin. Maybe I'll grow up to be a doctor or a lawyer, the hope of the children, every time that gets squashed, I get that charge, and boy, I tell you what, they're never gonna live up to their dreams. So it's just, it feeds itself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it. And I think you and Vivian have more in common than I first thought.
Viv, yeah.
She loves living off of squashed hope.
It's so true. It just blasts away my wrinkles and just feeds my cold, dead heart.
Yeah. Maybe you and I could grab a beer.
Only if we can torture a child on the way, like.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. So we just got to, I like to leave like butterfly knives and like unmarked handguns lying around for the children. So
I love that. I love going to playgrounds and just slashing their balls, play balls. I'm not a complete monster.
Oh, I do the opposite. I do the actual balls.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at you.
Well, it's a hard life here. You got to do what you can.
I gotta say, you're both making me feel uncomfortable. And
yeah.
Hold on, I'm getting a message. Somebody's whispering into a bag of Doritos. Oh, they want Breezy. They want to know if that's a banana daiquiri that you're drinking.
This is definitely not a banana daiquiri. What am I, an amateur? This is a literal fucking banana dipped in vodka.
And what do you call that?
Oh, you know what? I literally just came up with this. And so I haven't really come up with a lot of ideas for it. I'm thinking maybe just yellow.
I'm getting a message. I think it's going to be maybe a dipped dick. Bartender, I'll have a dipped dick, please. What's that? Oh, it's a banana and dipped in vodka.
You know what? I'm sorry, Crummy and Breezy. We have that in the city already.
Oh,
sorry.
You have dipped dick already?
Yeah, it's something completely different, and it's not quite green. It's more green than yellow.
How about schlong time?
Oh.
Yeah.
Bartender, I'll have a schlong time. Oh, what's that? Banana dipped in vodka.
Schlong o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, you guys are really inspiring me. I mean, we could really go viral with this.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, the long dick in the city, that's the viral one right there. And I mean that in the literal sense. So yeah, that's why you get the green and kind of the dripping and crusty stuff. So yeah, you don't want that for sure.
No.
Yeah, we have some of that here. I mean, I feel like we have a lot of crossover connections, because we get some of that here too. And then I really don't discourage it at all. I mean, I'm gonna just,
Was that a drink or a dick?
Yeah.
Hey, Breezy, do you ever have people passed out where you are? I mean, we get a lot of people passed out drunk. Yeah. Tell me about that.
Well, I just had a guy yesterday pass out by the pool, red as a lobster. So that was that. I don't really do much to discourage that kind of behavior.
Who stole his wallet when he was passed out?
Was it you?
Well, it's in the beach. I can't, I'm kind of tied to the inner city. So hopefully you have some representation there.
Yeah, I see. Okay. How much was in there? Enough for a fur coat?
Well, darling, it was only about $500. So I just treated myself and I got a very fine wax downstairs.
Wow, for
Why
500.
didn't you get it upstairs?
Yeah, well, my nips are doing just fine.
Oh, I guess I misunderstood what you meant by downstairs.
Machine.
You know, there's some ladies that'll come down right to the beach and they'll wax your downstairs for like, you know, $450.
Oh, no, you see, it has to be the finest waxing. Like, I want everyone in the building to help, hair by hair.
You know, I found a bag on the street the other day that was from one of the waxing salons, and it had a whole bunch of stuff and hairs and sticky things and skin, a little bit of, you know, scabs and whatnot. Now, I wonder if any of that was your blood and skin and hair.
Oh, wow. Yeah, not so
Yeah.
now.
You never know what goodies you're gonna find. You know,
I can't
under the
believe this is
street.
happening, but I'm losing my appetite for snacks. You're withering my power, Matt, with your disgustingness.
Oh, Crummy, I'm sorry. You know what? I think I can
know, a lot
dial
of
it
people-
back a little bit.
A lot of
You know,
people
they-
think there's a parallel between crust and crumb, but no, they're separate things.
You know what? But you know what you might like though, what they have on the streets here.
Yeah.
We got the giant pretzels. You know, every corner.
Oh yeah,
There's
there's salt
some
everywhere after you eat one of those. I
But yeah,
love those
it's-
things.
So is the salt a kind of crumb to you?
Oh
Do you
yeah, if
consider
it's
it-
big enough,
Okay,
it's a crumb. I can tiptoe on those salt crystals just like
perfect.
happy dancing time.
See, there we go. Now we're back. You and me, we're back, and we're a good
We're
place
buddies
now.
again.
Yeah.
Have you ever
All
made a
right, yeah.
pretzel-based cocktail, Breezy?
Oh.
I never really have. I've made a mustard-based cocktail.
Oh, what was that?
It was just mustard, and then you put pickle in the top, and you hollow out the pickle with a straw, and then you put a little grenadine in the hole, and then you surround the whole thing like a sort of moat situation with a Four Loko. Yep.
It is thrilling to watch a genius at work. It is thrilling. I am so impressed right now.
Ocho Loco.
Hey, Vivian. I'm sorry. You have a friend there with you that looks like one of my pals. You know, I feel like I know this fella here.
This is
What's
my
going
old
on?
friend. This is Sweetie Pie. Sweetie
Aw.
Pie
Yeah,
is a
sweet.
possum, as you could see.
Oh, he looks like he is a friend of mine. He looks like he'd make a lot of crumbs. Do you mind if I pet him?
You can. And the reason, why he is my friend is he does what I do whenever I want to get out of my marriages. Play dead. Here you
Just-
are.
Just pass him through the portal to me. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's so cute.
I
Oh.
want to pet him.
Oh, well, here you go. Oh, look how cute he is.
Gosh, so lifelike.
Oh my God.
A little smelly.
Oh,
I love him.
you know,
Oh
what do you
my
expect from a
God.
little possum like that?
Oh, can
That's
I
cute.
give him a petting there?
Don't be deceived by his face, though. He's very evil.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he's such a good baby.
Oh yeah, get in there. Get all those crumbs out of his fur.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna send you back down over to Viv. Here you go, Viv.
Oh, I'm getting another message from a bag of Doritos. Oh, how much is Sweetie Pie's wax? Does that mean anything to anyone?
Sweetie Pie's wax?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're going to have to torture a child to find out.
Hmm.
Oh
Does
gosh.
Vivian make anyone else uncomfortable at times, or is it just me?
Yeah, I kind of like it though. I mean, I'm kind of turned on over here.
If you were going to invent a cocktail that would represent Vivian, in essence of Vivian, what would it be?
Well, whatever it would be, I would have some of those gold dollars at the bottom of the glass.
Oh yeah.
Like geld?
Yeah. So like you put one of those Susan B. Anthony dollars or one of those gold dollars in there, and you maybe put a splash of anything on top, and you got to have the umbrella because it has to be dainty and whatnot, right?
And the tears of children.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
because
was
the
gonna
salt
say,
for the salt. Yeah.
I was literally just gonna say a nice glass full of tar. would be.
Oh, genius. This is why Breezy is the goddess of cocktails. You both
know
made a
what?
stab at it pretty good. We just heard
But
genius.
I tell you, let me throw this in there. But Vivian, I think the drink should have some blood in it, but obviously not your own. Huh?
Never.
Huh? Step blood, huh? Thank you.
Never. Oh, it's the blood of my ex-husband.
Oh, poor Crummy.
Or their
Look
dead
a little
wives,
sick
huh?
again.
I mean, Vivian, I gotta ask, how do you keep attracting these new husbands? Surely your reputation has preceded you by now. I mean, obviously you're gorgeous, but is that enough?
In America, it's always enough, baby.
Oh.
Now, you just got to draw them in. You have to wear snappy outfits. You have to do the double wink. It's very hard to do.
Uh-huh.
It's even harder to do when you're drunk.
Very difficult. Very difficult. And if you read my book, I Got Rid of Those Brats and So Can You, I can show you all the tricks of the trade. All right, now on iTunes.
You know, I started reading that book, but it really made me sad.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
I checked it out at the library and I've got overdue fees coming out my ears. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to lay low from the library.
Crummy, I'm gonna send you to boarding school, you little brat.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, that's okay. I'll ship you a flask.
I tell you, Vivian, if you want to really punish him, what you do is you send him to PS 139 over there in the south part of town. Now that's
hold
a
on
punishment.
second.
Is it
I'm
clean?
not scared of any of you. Vivian, you have no power over me unless you marry my dad. First, you'd have to figure out who he is.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know who your dad is.
What?
Chester Cheeto himself. Mine.
How did you find out?
You can tell from your little orange fingers. And guess what? Those orange fingers have been elsewhere.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. This is getting a little freaky.
This is supposed to be a support group,
Oh.
not a battlefield.
Love is a battlefield. Take it from me.
Oh, that's true.
Now that was filmed in a city. So you're welcome for that one because that's a classic right there.
Oh, do you get licensing fees from when people film stuff in inner cities?
You know what? Back in the day, when the early days of the MTVs, we didn't even think about some things like that. So, another missed opportunity and another squash dream. Am I right?
Yeah, well,
You're
if
so
you
right.
thought about it, you wouldn't be eating day-old hot dogs with just one bite taken out of them.
Hey, I never said they were a day old. I only like the fresh hot dogs that people throw. They put them on the top of the trash can,
That's true.
or close to the top, whatever.
It only
I'm
gets
not an
dirty.
animal.
It only gets dirty 2/3 of the way down.
Thank you. You would know, Mr. Crummy.
Yeah, and the top
Not
2/3
here.
still good. It's like the 5-second rule.
Animal.
It's the
Yeah.
2/3 rule.
Breezy, what am I drinking right now? You made this for me earlier.
Oh, well, that's just the classic old dry martini. Boring.
Yawn.
Well, you put a couple of tiers of my stepchildren in there, right?
A couple.
It's not enough.
A couple.
Needs more salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just dip a dirty finger in there and you're fine. Got all the flavor you need.
You had me dip a dirty finger in there.
Aw, thank you, Grammy.
People down here do all kinds of stuff with their dirty fingers.
Like,
Believe it.
Oh, Breezy. Tell me about that guy who was passed out, who you took his wallet. What'd you do with the dirty fingers to that guy? Or do we even want to know?
In that instance, I was the one with the dirty fingers.
Oh.
Am I doing it?
let's all try to do it.
That's right. With that tactic, you'll be getting those rich husbands in no time.
Oh, I could definitely use a rich husband.
Make sure they're extra dumb.
Oh,
Mm.
you know what? I was married once, let me tell you, Crummy, but my husband was rich, but that was before he met me. You know, when I got hold of him, he was down on his luck, of course. So what are you gonna do, right?
So what did you do?
Well, you know, we found this nice little one-room apartment, you know, and we pulled the curtain over the bathroom because it was in the living room. And you know, and if you had to use the facilities, you know, you just the other person would just hum and, you know, so that you'd have some privacy. It
Mm.
was nice. You know,
Oh.
we were close.
Yeah, well, all right. I approve. It sounds like a crummy environment, and that's
Oh, it was the absolute crummiest. I tell you, there were all sorts of roaches, and you know, there were rats, which you know I'm a big fan of the rats, but sometimes you know it's a little crowded in there when you can't even find a place to step, you know, and you're squishing on things, and you're like, oh my gosh, you
well,
know. But we were happy.
that's important.
That is important. I took a bath in the ocean earlier, so
You know what? Hold on a second. Come to think of it, Vivian, his
Yes.
name was Larry. Do you have any familiarity with any old husbands named Larry? He
Oh,
used to
God.
have a lot of money.
I have so many Larrys in my ex
Hmm.
arsenal. I mean, just so many of them.
Well, this one had a mole right there, a big mole with the hair coming
Oh,
out.
I cleaned that one out, let me tell you.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, look at another connection. Look at that.
Crazy. You know,
Oh,
I
yes.
I have this life motto. It's this body is a museum. You can look, but you can't touch. Unless you have Jay-Z and Beyonce money, then you can be inside me at night and film it.
Oh,
wow, it's a good motto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
a good motto.
Well, all my husband had when I met him was a paper bag full of $12 and last week's newspaper.
Where'd you meet that guy?
Well, you know, he was coming down the street, you know, and he was coming from his lawyer's office. And as I recall, he had just been pushed out of some sort of a moving car. What kind of car do you drive there, Vivian? Was it
Uh,
town car or something like that?
Well, I drive a little Bentley, but the Bentley, the top of it is torn off, you see. And I have, it's kind of like a Pope mobile, except it's barbed wire with gold. It's like a gold and a hot pink barbed wire.
Oh yeah, so that may explain why he had the barbed wire scrapes on his arms when I met him because he had just been thrown out of the barbed wire Bentley.
You get
Yeah.
pulled over a lot in that car, or
All the time, all the
yeah,
time.
I would imagine. Yeah,
You know, but I'm just a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
makes sense. Oh, well, looks like we're out of time for the support meeting, but I hope everyone here feels a little more supported than they did
Oh,
before.
do we have any sort of a closing mantra that we like to say there, Crummy?
Yeah, let's say it all together.
Yes.
Okay. Together
Together
we
Will.
will
triumph.
drink. Yeah, that sounds good to
Yeah.
me.
Together we will drink.
Yeah, together
triumph.
we will drink in triumph. Oh yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Super
Cheers.
wasted, you guys. I'm gonna go screw a guy.
Now you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
my language.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go watch a couple people doing that on the subway. So I think we're doing the same thing here.
I'm gonna go ruin your dad's life.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go eat snacks. And that's our show.
Goodbye, everybody.
But we can stay and chat with our chat if you guys want. So thank you guys for watching. That was fun. We've had a little fun experimenting. This has been an ongoing series of experiments, trying to figure out what's fun, what works. This is our second one of these. We're going to keep doing different shit every time. Just try stuff, whatever tickles our fancy that week. I'm aiming for doing shows every Wednesday evening and Sunday evening, earlier evening. So please tune in again, and also check out the Hideout Theater. We've been starting back up with virtual online classes. So there's new classes starting. I taught one yesterday. It was really fun. It actually worked really well.
And we're going to be doing more shows like this. So keep checking out my channel, of course. Make sure you follow so you get notified when I'm going live. And then also check out the Hideout Theater's channel. They're twitch.tv/Hideout Theater, theater spelled R-E. And they're doing a bunch of shows. They did a really fun show last night of a maestro that worked surprisingly well. Yeah, so let's keep each other afloat during this age of quarantine and social distancing with some fun comedy and art.
It's cold
thank
in
you guys.
here.
I see Ronnie B. I see Dowd on a Cloud. I see Polite as Fudge. I know who most of those people are, and
Deities.
Guarzales, of course. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Tell your friends, post on Facebook, post on social media. Let's keep growing this and keep doing some fun shit. And thank you guys for tuning in. Anyone in chat have any questions or comments? We will. Thank you, Dowd. Thank you, Dowd on the Cloud. Anne was in our last show. She was in our superhero show. So you can also check out our previous show, and this will be on the archives for a while. And we'll keep making new shows. I'm going to try to do at least 2 a week to keep making some new content and try figuring how to make this work the best.
Yay.
Mr. J or MJR 2595. I'm terrible at reading names, so I was like, Mr. J. No, it's MJR. Thank you guys for watching. I'm trying to see who else is in here.
Mandy, love you, Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy was watching. That was Polite as Fudge. That's Mandy.
Oh, Mandy.
Thanks for watching, Mandy. We love you too. Cool. All right. Well, we're going to call it a night, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm going to end the stream, but we can keep hanging out in here. We're going to chat a little bit in here, but I will end the stream.
Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
Nice to
Bye.
see you.